I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the slight lack of uploads. I've just kind of been busy with life, if that's just kind of like school, just kind of living and shit. Few updates. Luckily, I saved some money. I got a new keyboard instead of spending $50 on a SteelSeries keyboard. I think I got the Pro TK3 or whatever. I spent like 35, and then it sounds kind of stupid, but I got the CSGO or CS2 Dragon Ball SteelSeries mouse. But the only reason why I bought that was because at Best Buy, normally they're like $150 or something, but at my Best Buy, they had it not even open box. It was fully sealed, and they were selling it for 64 bucks. So I kind of, yeah, fuck it, snag that shit. So again, lucked out on that, saved like $100, and then this sounds like some bum shit, but I promise the chair is clean, it's pristine, it's not covered in cum stains or any of that disgusting shit. I made sure this chair was in good, brand new condition. But I found like a $300 like or $400 fucking chair, fully adjustable, hella nice. So thank you for whoever moved out and couldn't take the fucking chair with them. It's a great fucking chair. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. But today's video, let's jump into it. I want to talk about the Steam machine. And the Steam machine, I'm kind of 50-50 with is it actually worth it, and that it is kind of worth it, and then also this is kind of not, like, it's just kind of more slop. Not trying to talk shit on Valve, but here's the pros and cons of it. I do feel like if you have a like high-end or mid-range system, this is kind of obsolete to you. Because again, the Steam machine kind of operates as a mid-range system. It kind of ties with the PS5. Well, the PS5 has a couple strengths that the Steam machine doesn't have, as the Steam machine has a couple more strengths that the PS5 doesn't have. So really, at the end of the day, it kind of comes down to preference. And kind of jumping into the two, I'm probably not going to talk about Xbox too much, because I feel like really at the end of the day, some people will get an Xbox for like a cheaper option if they're just getting the digital version or whatever, or the Xbox S or whatever it's called now. But mainly people are looking at the PS5 or like the Steam machine or PC. And pretty much with the Steam machine, like I said, it kind of operates similar to a PS5. So with that in mind, if you have a high-end system, it's kind of, like I said, pointless to buy this. A lot of thing that, like a big thing that has people tripped up is the price. It's $1,050 for the base system, and that comes with no controller. And the thing is, since this thing pretty much operates like a PC, usually somebody has like an Xbox 360 Xbox controller laying around that they could plug in, if that's USB, or some kind of USB controller or dongle, whatever, that you could plug in. That's one thing I do like about PC gaming, is you're not tied to one controller type as like Xbox and PlayStation. Like PlayStation, you have to use a PlayStation controller. As this, you could use mouse and keyboard, Xbox controller, PS5 controller, PS4 controller, 360 controller, off-brand controllers. So really, at the end of the day, you could buy the base system for $1,050 and then go buy a $20 controller. So really, at the end of the day, I feel like people are kind of bitching and moaning just to bitch and moan about that feature. And I feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, they just did that so then they have a cheaper option. Because again, you could get the base model with a controller, but it's an extra $100. And you're like, why is it an extra $100? The controllers are pretty nice. I'll give it to them and say you are kind of getting your bang out of your buck if you're spending the extra $100 on the controller. Personally, I haven't tried it, so I can't say, oh, this is a godly controller, go buy it right now. But from what I've looked at and what I've kind of seen, I do feel like, okay, you are getting your money's worth if you do spend the extra $100. Because again, you get that like Steam controller with your Steam machine. Do I think it's necessarily needed? No, because again, you could probably use any kind of controller you wanted. Then we'll jump into the 2TB model. That's $1,350, and that comes with no controller. Again, like I said, you could get like off-brand controllers or like 360 controllers, Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers to kind of fill that gap. And also, I do feel like you could get the base 512 gigabyte model and maybe you just put in your own hard drive. I don't know how customizable the Steam machine is, or how customizable they made it, but I do feel like, knowing Steam, they did at least make it, well, maybe you can't change every little single thing like the motherboard, all this shit, but I do believe, hopefully, they did make it, well, you can't swap out your own hard drives. Like, again, you already have an existing hard drive that you just want to throw in there that's compatible with the system. But yeah, again, I'm not 100% on that, but I bet you totally could crack this bitch open and put in your own drives if you want, and save a little bit of money that way. And then there's the 2 TB model with a controller that is $1,428, which, again, kind of fucking ridiculous. But Jesus Christ, sorry. But kind of sticking more to the base model, because I feel like that's kind of the one that people are gonna get. Maybe they might get it with the controller, but most likely not. The specs, again, don't look terrible on it. It's similar to a PlayStation 5, so it's not really outperforming a PlayStation 5, but is a similar close competitor to it. Again, it's kind of interesting, and again, I'm not sure if it's similar on the PS5, but they do have 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM that's used for the CPU and OS and games and shit. Then they had 8 gigabytes of DDR6 RAM that's pretty much dedicated to the graphic memory. So it's kind of interesting to, you know, have two, you know, people usually run 2 sticks of RAM, but kind of almost 2 little different versions. Actually, it's GDDR6, whatever the fuck that means. Never mind, it's not even DDR. But pretty much they do add a RAM chip that's specific for graphic memory to kind of help boost the system, which is kind of interesting and cool to see. But yeah, pretty much at the end of the day, I do feel like if you do buy this, you're not really buying it because you already have a PC, and if you do, you might just want a living room entertainment system. And I would say this is kind of for more, like, I would say the people that want to switch to PC, but want to kind of keep that console aspect of having a living room entertainment setup and not have this big bulky PC. Would even say at that point you could get a gaming laptop, but with gaming laptops, there are difficulties of overheating. You're all kind of limited to where you could put it, spacing and all that, as the Steam machine's more compact and smaller. So yeah, no, at the end of the day, I feel like it's mainly for people that want to do the switch from console to PC, but want to still kind of have something similar to a console, or someone that, you know, wants a entertainment system similar to a console in the living room, but they don't want to buy a PS5 because they don't have a PS5 account or games and shit, and they don't want to have to rebuy games. You to buy a Steam machine and throw that shit in your living room. But yeah, again, you could probably just use your old PC and just do that too, or a gaming laptop or something like that. But also, again, with the gaming laptop, you have to have it open. You have to do all these things. You have, like, you're kind of, again, takes up more space. As, like I said, the Steam machine's more compact. So it really hits you in this 50-50. Well, is it worth it and is it not worth it? And I would say it just kind of depends on your predicament. If, again, you have a low-end system and this is an upgrade for you, that could be a good option. And, also, number 2, if you want a living room entertainment system, if that's, again, you already have a good PC and you want something in your living room, or again, you want to do the switch from console to PC, but still keep that console entertainment feeling. And again, I would say the Steam machine over the PS5 is kind of more worth it. Again, you don't have to pay some stupid subscription. You have a bigger library of games, that's last gen, next gen, and all that, all thrown into one game library. And also with that comes with mods, and you can actually customize the games and stuff. And if you don't even want to use the Steam OS system, you could switch it to Windows and all this shit. And again, if you don't even want to buy the Steam machine, but you want to run the Steam OS, I heard if you have an AMD graphics card, you could do that. They'll work on the NVIDIA port soon. Don't know when that's going to be released. But either way, I feel like really at the end of the day, it's just kind of all on preference and shit. I would say kind of if you need the upgrade, it might be worth it compared to going to Walmart or something, or maybe going to Best Buy. Again, you could probably get a decent system for $1,000 at Best Buy or Costco or whatever. But again, places like that and Walmart and sometimes have the shittiest pre-builds. And at least with buying the Steam machine, you're buying it from someone that actually kind of knows some shit about PCs or a company. And they kind of are trying to make a system that lasts, you know. But besides that, I would say depends on your predicament. I'm 50-50 on this. And yeah, comment down below what you guys think and all that. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.
I ain't with the drama. You can be my llama. Riding with 300, with 300 bars. Just 60 souls, I swear.